Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
It doesn't look like much from the outside, but this is the new warehouse for Nanaimo Community Loaves and Fishes. Prepping and pruning for the upcoming orchid show, music is good for more than the soul, and the boys are tracking down their clue. It has started to rain out here, but we wanted to show you this location of Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes. It's on Farquhar Street. It's their depot. They've been doing all of their operations out of here up until now that they have the warehouse. As we said, we're going to give a quick little tour of that throughout the course of this edition of Go Island. But we're starting out with beauty today. Members of the Central Vancouver Island Orchid Society are preparing for the big show. Here's Annette Lucas. The Central Vancouver Island Orchid Show takes place April 10th through 12th at Nanaimo Northtown Centre, and the judging from the American Orchid Society will take place on the Friday. We're inside the new warehouse for Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes. This is Peter Sinclair. Looks like a few different stations happening here, still a lot of work to be done. What happens in this area?
Well, this here is our perishable sorting area. So every day we have thousands of dollars worth of perishable food coming in, and we got to sort through it and make sure that the food that's not good to give out is separated, and the stuff that is good is put into the appropriate categories. So what we're looking at here is just some of the produce that's come in today, and what's remarkable about this stuff is this is all stuff that grocery stores were going to throw out, and we gave them the opportunity to donate it to us, and we can connect it to people in need. So you can see, I mean,
those look pretty good grapes. So the sorting that happens here, it's by volunteers, and they sort to send what to the 10 different depots that you have, as well as what is still good and what isn't.
Yeah, so we have 10 different depots that are open throughout the week. So they're preparing the food for those depots. They're also preparing food for over 30 other agencies that we serve.
Wow. Okay, so this over here, these boxes over here.
These bins here?
Yeah.
This is all waste stuff. So about 5% of the food that we get through our food recovery program, we can't give out. It's too far past the best before date.
The grapes don't quite look that good.
Yeah, so it doesn't all look good. And so what we do is we set them aside. They go into these gray totes, and we send it to a farm out in Cedar. And
Excellent.
we feed chickens with it. So what
and then the chickens feed us, right?
Well, totally.
It's the full cycle.
And we do get eggs from them. The cool thing, just to give you an idea of the magnitude, this is about 5% of what we've received in the last week. So in the last week, we've essentially received 20 pallets like that of good food.
Okay, now I see some cables hanging from the ceiling, and that's connected to a stack of what just looks like boards and wood over here to me. Peter.
They are, but it's actually a cooler that we dismantled. It was donated to us by Regional Recycling when they got their new facility on Old Victoria.
Wow.
They called us up and said, hey, do you want a cooler? We said, yeah, we'll take that.
And so what is this going to allow you to do that you wouldn't be able to do, first of all, without the warehouse, second of all, without the cooler itself?
Well, what we're wanting to do is expand our food recovery program. So right now we have 4 participating grocery stores in Nanaimo, and we want to give the opportunity for every grocery store in Nanaimo to stop throwing out perishable food and give it to Loaves and Fishes.
And this is something that you guys do that's not every food bank does that.
It's pretty innovative. We got the idea from the Kamloops Food Bank, and we've just ran with it, and it's been hugely successful for us.
Okay, now I see a whole bunch of boxes in here
Yep.
with different numbered colored tags on, and I get
Yep.
the sense that those colors have purpose.
They have meaning. Yes, absolutely they do.
What do they mean?
So these here are pallets that are built ready to go out to our depots, and we offer our clients choice. So rather than being handed a bag of food, we allow them to choose from these various boxes. So from the blue box, they may be allowed to have, say, 3 choices, and out of the orange box, they get 2 choices. Our color coding is the way we manage the product coming in and present it in a way that clients can choose what they get.
And it's volunteers
Yep,
that do all the sorting and the organizing. How many clients do you have?
In a year, we'll serve over 8,000 different people. In a typical month, we'll serve over 3,000 different people, making upwards of 6,000 visits.
Wow. Okay, we're going to come back with more from Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes after a short break. Still to come today, using music for speech rehabilitation, a look at the Irish wolfhound, and the boys are back on the clock. We're here inside, as you know, at the Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes warehouse. It opened in February, and there's a lot of work that has been done, but a lot more still to do. What timeline are you looking at to have this place fully operational?
I think we'd be optimistic to say we'd get it done in the next 4 months. We're trying to utilize as much volunteer labor as we can, whether it be from our volunteer pool or tradespeople that have said they'll donate their time. So
And you've had a lot of people step up and
certainly
volunteer
have.
their time.
We certainly have. We've had a few weekend work parties. We've had electricians come in here for the weekend and work away. So we're making progress, but it takes time.
Excellent. And why do you need this space? And we're just around the corner from the location on Farquhar.
Yep.
And will the two stay operational at the same time?
Yeah, absolutely. So everything that we do is driven by what is going to serve people best. And by having this facility, we've been able to make some considerable changes to our operations. The most notable being we're able to offer our clients choice for every item they receive. That simply wasn't possible before because of space constraints.
Sort of leads me to think it's not just about feeding people. It's about bringing dignity to people.
Totally. And always improving the service that we provide. And choice is a big way that we can do that.
Right.
The other thing that we're wanting to do is expand our food recovery efforts. And if we're going to accept more grocery stores into the Food for You program, we need to have the space to handle it. And this facility here certainly has it.
Excellent. Okay, and I did cut you off, but the Farquhar is going to stay open as a depot, as a distribution area. Okay.
Yeah, and so we'd like to increase the number of hours that's open. Currently we're open 16 hours a week. And we'd like to get that up to over 30 hours.
Excellent. Well, we've got some visitors at the front door. We're going to let Peter go check out and see who's here. In the meantime, we're going to stop in and have a little visit with the Nanaimo Kennel Club. We're looking at the Irish Wolfhound.
There's the Irish Wolfhound.
Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes raised over $370,000 to make the purchase of this warehouse possible. I don't imagine that was easy, or was it?
No, it wasn't. I mean, we certainly worked hard and got the word out there, but we received tremendous support from the community. The City of Nanaimo came through with $275,000. The Port of Nanaimo came up with $50,000. And then the remainder came from people in the community. Many of them were our volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah, and I find that really encouraging. I mean, when people see the work that we do day in, day out, see how our operation works, and then choose to financially support us, that really says something. We had one person donate $25,000. We had another one $5,000, and then a whole bunch of people, between $100 and up to $2,000. So really, really encouraging to see.
I'm not sure what the politically correct way to say this is, but the people who have access to donate $25,000 and the time to give to organizations and help people who need it, really, it's sort of a chills, feel good, the way society should be.
Totally. And what we provide here at Loaves and Fishes is an opportunity for people to do the right thing and make their community better.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're here at Loaves and Fishes today because it's springtime and the shelves are not bare, but they're not as flush as they should be. We're going to come back one more time from Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes, but we're throwing things over to Todd and Derek. It's an installment of Clocked. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. We're here in the new warehouse of Nanaimo Loaves and Fishes. There's about 3 weeks worth of food here in this room right now, which is about typical for this time of year. Now, donations go down at this time of the year, but the need doesn't. There are lots of ways to contribute and lots of ways to support those in our community who need it. You can go online, www.nanaimoloavesandfishes.org. Before we go, one more thing. We're giving a shout out to a Vancouver-based rock and roll band, Cobra Malone. Cobra Malone raised more than $17,000 in an Indiegogo campaign so that they could release their first album, and they're touring with that now. They got a pretty good sound, a whole lot of attitude, and you can catch him at the Canby on Friday night. You can get more information on that band, www.cobramalone.com. Thanks for watching this edition of Go Island. Check out Loaves and Fishes. We'll see you next time.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Centre, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.